Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another unboxing video. Today we'll be taking a closer look at the Pico 4 VR headset, which settings to enable to get the best performance, and how it performs in the standalone version versus PC VR. Welcome to the Sad Boy Social Club. If you're not yet part of the community, feel free to like and subscribe. Now, the Pico 4 headset was launched back in October of 2022. And despite it being on the market for well over a year, it's still holding up in terms of design and performance, somewhat resembling the Apple VR headset, of course without the hefty price tag. There are two options for the headset, the Pico 4 128GB version or the 256GB version, sometimes even on special for as low as €320. Starting off with the box. Please be aware that the headset has been in use for well over a year now, so the box is not in the most pristine condition, and I had to repackage everything. Opening the box, you are presented with this beautiful simplistic designed headset, along with two controllers and a few little other things such as the power cable and the power adapter. The headset has a 5300 mAh battery, which will last you roughly about 2 to 3 hours of playing time, and takes roughly 2 hours to fully charge to 100% with this 20-watt fast charger. Also included in the packaging are these straps that are attached to the controllers. Talking of controllers, let's have a closer look. These are well designed, fit nicely into my hands, and the buttons work well. They come along with a battery pack of 2 AAA batteries and last you roughly about 80 hours of playing time. I have dropped the controllers on multiple occasions, and that's not due to not having the straps attached, more so when I tried to pick them up, but they have lasted since. Now let's take a closer look at the headset itself. The headset comes with a Qualcomm XR2 chipset, which is used to run the operating system, the center camera, and of course the 4 sensors on the outside of the headset, in order to do the motion tracking. And in order to keep the components along with your eyes cool, they have inserted these vents. On the right side of the display we have the power button, along with the volume buttons, and on the left side the USB-C port to either charge your headset or connect it to a PC. In the headset strap itself we have these speakers which fire directly into your ear, giving a really good sound quality. Moving to the back, we have this adjustable knob that you can twist and turn to adjust the position of the headset and how it fits on your head, along with this strap here up top, which helps with the weight distribution of the headset, which is arguably already pretty good due to the battery pack being at the back. Now let's take a closer look at the pancake lenses and the display used for the headset. The Pico 4 has two 2.56-inch displays, which combined put out a resolution of 4320 by 2160, being able to run these displays at a refresh rate of 90 Hz. Let's get into the pros and cons of the headset. Initially, the Pico 4 headset was competing against the Meta Quest 2. That being said, it still holds up to one of the recently launched Meta Quest 3 headsets. Essentially, what would make me choose the Pico 4 over the other headsets is definitely the compact build, the lightweight, and more importantly, the affordability of the headset. It can be used as a standalone VR headset, but also offers the ability to go into PC VR, which is the main reason for me choosing the Pico 4. Are there cons to the display? Well, yes, but not that many. As a PC gamer, I would have loved to have a higher refresh rate, maybe 120 Hz, a better pass-through camera, and perhaps some sort of cloth to protect the pancake lenses. Talking of which, protection. Probably something you would like to get right after buying one of the VR headsets is a hard case. Now, I don't carry around my headset that often, but in order to protect it when I'm not using it as a PC VR headset, I would recommend getting this hard case. I'll put a link in the description below. The hard case includes a little pouch to store your power adapter and your cable, along with a little pad that protects the lenses. So, let's put on the headset and see which settings you should enable to get the best performance, be it as the standalone version or using it as a PC VR. Put the headset on, adjust the strap and the back piece to your liking so it sits nice and snug. Then, using your right hand, you can press the power button for roughly 2 seconds and you'll be greeted with a Pico screen. Using the trigger and the joystick, you'll be able to select the language, followed by setting up your Wi-Fi, and then of course a bit of the tedious work, creating your account whilst using the on-screen keyboard and adjusting your IPD. Once you are done setting up everything, you'll be greeted with this environment and your home space. This might vary depending on which one you chose, but it's pretty straightforward. It's point and shoot or point and click. Now, the first thing we want to do is head over to our library. This is basically where all your apps will be found. In my case, you can see I have most probably different apps than you do. One thing that I do recommend is investing that little bit of money to get virtual desktop, which I'll go into detail in another video. So let's head over into the settings tab. This is where you would be able to change your Wi-Fi settings, or go into the controller to change a few things, your Bluetooth, display or lab settings, which is the most interesting tab. The first thing I would change is the power management, set this to standard rather than battery saver. This would just give your XR chipset a bit more power to give you the best performance. Next up, you can set your room capture. I personally don't use it because I switch a lot between locations, and this only enables you to choose one room. One thing I would enable right away is the 90 Hz refresh rate mode. This is otherwise stuck at 72 Hz. It just simply reduces the nausea or the distortion you get from the images and just makes for an overall better experience. Next up, we have a quite handy tool that you can enable. This is the quick see-through mode. This is used by simply double tapping the right side and is handy for when you want to grab something. Simply enable the smart audio optimization and the video enhancement and head over into the hand tracking mode. This is optional and it works to some extent, but good if you don't have your controllers around. In order to reduce eye strain, I would suggest turning on the adaptive brightness. I have it turned off since I'm used to staring at bright screens. And last but not least in this lab section is the high power OTG mode. This would enable you to connect a hard drive or something that needs a power output from the USB-C port, which would of course reduce the amount of battery, but only when in use. Next up, we'll head into the general tab. I'm not going to go through each individual setting here. More importantly, if you want to enable the developer options, head over to the About section, go over to your software version and just tap this multiple times. You'll see at the bottom left the developer option disappeared here for me. That's because it was enabled. Just repeat that and you'll get it back. Previously, you would be able to change certain settings and try out new features such as the hand tracking, Currently there aren't any new features that you can try out, so there's nothing much you need to enable on this end. Besides maybe the USB debugging. Heading over to the display and the last section, one thing you might want to enable if you are sensible to blue light is the eye protection. I leave it off because I like the vibrant colors. If you are into the PC VR, then I would suggest getting virtual desktop and this APK, but I'll go into more detail regarding the setup of this in a separate video. Now that we have set up everything, let's jump into one of the standalone VR games. This is called Hitstream. It's just a demo, but should give you a sense of the fun you can have. One thing to take note is that the graphical fidelity is optimized for standalone VR games, so hence it's not the cleanest, but it is nonetheless really fun. The alternative would be to use a Pico 4 headset as a PC VR headset and play games from Steam such as Beat Saber, resulting in the computer doing the processing power rather than the XR headset chip, which in turn would give you much better visual quality or graphically pleasing games. Something like Flight Simulator or Assetto Corsa. Being able to sit in your favorite car, on your favorite track, and experiencing the raw power of tech. Or as Audi would say, Vorsprung durch Technik. If you would like to watch the whole video and me playing Assetto Corsa, just head over to my channel and you'll be able to find it there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the unboxing of the Pico 4 headset. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and perhaps say hi in the comment section below. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.